If you hammer something hard enough, does it scan? Well, with the Heliocor, that's what we're going to find out. Hey guys, it's Frozenballz, and today we're going to be talking about the Heliocor. This weapon comes from the Cephalon Samaris for a total of 75,000 rep, and it has a crafting requirement of the Gamma Core, 20,000 credits, 700 polymer bundle, 1200 rubido, and 1 morphic. This is a weapon with a critical chance of 25% and a 2 times multiplier, so this more or less is a crit-based weapon, and it also has a very low status percentage, so this weapon is mostly going to be built for crit anyway. Most of the damage for this weapon is skewed in favor of impact in the IPS scale with 119 impact damage, 14 puncture, and 7 slash. This weapon comes with no polarities. Now, this weapon comes with a unique ability where whenever you kill an enemy with the hammer, it scans the item and adds their entry to your codex. If you've already completed a codex entry for an enemy, it will not scan that item. Bear in mind, this hammer can also be used to scan Kavats for DNA fragments. It's confirmed, and I've already tested it as well, and it definitely does do it. I showed it on stream earlier on, and it definitely does work. From a person who likes min-maxing and completing codex entries and is in general is a completionist, this is a really nice weapon for me. And I personally think that people who are in the same boat as me in terms of, being a completionist, this weapon is perfect for you. Whether you're a new player or an old player struggling to find, certain enemies to scan, or where sometimes you'd be in a situation where you kill the enemy before you actually got to scan it. So this weapon will actually allow you to do that pretty nicely and pretty effectively as well. So, definitely a really fun weapon to use. The only problem this weapon has is a very low attack speed and a low range. That's the main reason why I thought about it a lot, and I ended up using Prime Reach on this weapon and Berserker. And this is basically one of those weapons which I would rather use with an E-War Valkyr to give you that speed boost, or maybe even a Volt, or maybe even a Zephyr. But the frame of choice for me is going to be Valkyr more often than not. Since it's a crit-based weapon, Berserker will still be better than Prime Fury because Prime Fury has a percentage attack increase which is still lower than a maximum stack of Berserker. So as far as I'm concerned, if you use a build similar to this one, you will be more or less set. As you can see, with Prime Reach, it has a range of about 4.5 meters, but without Prime Reach, it's got a range of about 2.2 to 2.5 meters, which is quite low, and it can be a bit of an issue where you have to start chasing enemies just to kill them. In that situation, I would rather use Prime Reach. Prime Pressure Point, that's just an important mod you have to slap in there anyway, and since it's a crit-based weapon, Blood Rush will go a long way. Same with Organ Shatter, increasing your damage output of the weapon itself. 290% Elementals, since it's not a status-based weapon, go maximum damage. Berserker, because the Berserker will give you a bigger bonus as opposed to, using Prime Fury. And Body Count is the mod which I'm using here to make sure I can maintain a high combo counter and I can keep increasing my critical damage and critical chance as well, so I see more red crits and more damage output because of that. Remember, because of the introduction of Blood Rush, you don't actually have to use the crit chance mod for melee weapons to begin with, so you can actually get away with removing that mod and replacing it with body count instead. Overall, I think this weapon is a pretty nice weapon. It's well rounded in terms of the amount of damage it can do and the utility it brings for people who like completing codex entries. So for a min-maxer and a completionist like me, I think you're going to enjoy this weapon quite a bit. As you can see, it does more than enough damage, and it's still having no issues killing enemies which are like level 70, level 80 in 40 minutes into a ODS run itself. Well, that's it for this snapshot. If you enjoy what you see, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.